Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and exciting times on the channel. As so often on Monday, we'll be streaming again from the Blueprints house, and do join us there as we try and capitalise on the work Simon did in the boiler room last time. I hope you've caught up with the VOD. If you haven't, well, you have to on that one because you couldn't see it live. He did post it on the channel, but it's there in the live section. Do have a look at that. And of course, also Simon has recently been collaborating with Sophie on solving, Sophie from New Zealand, on solving a collaborative solve as a Patreon reward. So that's fantastic. On Patreon at the moment, you can play the Yin Yang Journey. That's Itrio's contribution, a brilliant puzzle hunt, and we're very pleased with it. We've also got crosswords and connection videos there on Patreon, and there will be solution videos to Itrio's hunt in due course for the $3 a month patrons. Not much, is it? You can also, of course, get all of our apps, including Fog of War and the latest SUDOKU Worms by James Sinclair and Marty Sears. So check out the apps links and also our merchandise and SVEN'S SUDOKU Pad. But the first link is to a puzzle by Refrigerator, and as you will see on the screen, not only do we have a Quincunx in the middle of the puzzle, but that is the title of the puzzle because Refrigerator enjoyed how much Simon relishes the word, and a Quincunx describes this pattern of 5 dots like the 5 on a die or dice, and he's clearly featured it in the puzzle. So I'm going to go through the rules, then I'm going to attempt the puzzle, and then we're going to just have fun with whether any of the other boxes and their patterns are going to matter to us here. Let's see. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 goes in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Now, in every box, this is the Quincunx rule for this puzzle. In every box, the top left, top right, center, bottom left, and bottom right digits add to a multiple of 5. Ooh, it's going to be maths heavy, isn't it? In every box. So the Quincunx in every box is a multiple of 5. Intriguing. Now, we also have Dutch whispers. So along an orange line, adjacent digits differ by at least 4. Must be a difference of at least 4 between those. On a green line, it's a German whisper. They differ by at least 5. Digits separated by a small white dot differ by 1, so they are consecutive. Digits in a grey circle are odd, and digits along an arrow sum up to the value in the attached circle. It's quite a few rules, but they are very standard on the channel. Maybe Dutch whispers is the least used of those, but let's see how they play out in my solve. You can check the video length to judge how hard it is, and let's get cracking. So, this Quincunx rule, well, I mean, I'm attracted to a lot of things. Okay, I'll tell you what I know about German whispers. You can't have a 5 on a German whisper line because there's no possible Sudoku neighbour. Then the digits must alternate between digits higher than 5 and lower than 5 to maintain the difference. And finally, 4s and 6s can't be put in positions where there is only, where 2 neighbours see each other, because a 4 always needs to be neighboured by a 9. So I'm going to place 5 in one of those 2 cells in box 9. Therefore it can't be here in box 7 and must be in one of those 2. And then there's a 5 in one of those 3. That's all that's telling me. But if I was to colour this line, these 4 would alternate. So they're all the high digits or all the low digits. And these ones are the other colour. And none of these ones can be 4 or 6. So the green version of 4 or 6 must be in one of these cells. Because if you were to put a 4 there, say, they would both have to be 9. Now, that is not going to apply on this line because we don't have 4 of the same colour. However, if these were purple, that would be all 4 purples in the row, and that one would have to be the monogamous digit, 4 or 6. No, I don't know. I don't see how to use that. I'm also appealed to by these kind of centres of these asterisks. Asterisk is not the second word I've used in this video that ends in an X, because asterisk ends in SK. Now, these see a lot of digits. In fact, they see 5 digits each. I am conscious of the Quincunx rule, and the fact I haven't used it yet, but I think these have to be extreme. I'm not sure about that now. I'm just trying to think of the sequence of digits from 1 to 9. How many... I know that if this was a German whisper, you couldn't have a cell with 5 offshoots that all see each other. And the one with 4 offshoots that all see each other is 1 or 9. I'm just thinking, well, this couldn't be a 5 because that only has 2 possible neighbours. So do a 2 and an 8. So now I just want to eliminate 3, 4, 6 and 7. A 3 can only see 7, 8, 9. A 4 can't see a lower digit. Oh, 4 is absolutely impossible. Right, these two are a 1, 9 pair. I'm sorry, I had to work through it to figure out how. And then the digits that they see, if it's a 1, everything it sees is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And therefore the other digits in the box are going to be the same colour, the same high or low polarity. So that's going to apply in both boxes. So we've got one box where these, because one of these is a 1 and one is a 9, one of red or yellow is low or high. Now, I may be getting absolutely lost in my colour schemes. If I could colour all those red and all these yellow, but I would have to bear in mind that in box 1, 5 is a yellow digit, and in box 3, 5 is a red digit, and that might get confusing. In box 2, 5 is in one of those cells because it has to be there in row 2. And these are a set of 2, 3, 4 and 6, 7, 8. I don't know what to do with that. Okay, I should... yes I do, maybe. Let's think about this Quincunx thing. Because it's those 5 cells that add to a number divisible by 5. And we know that in whichever one of these two boxes has a 1 in the centre, the digits it's touching on the lines are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the whole of the total of all of those digits, which is 6 digits, adds up to 36. We're going to have to remove 1 digit from that total to leave those 5 adding up to a multiple of 5. Now we could either remove a 1 or a 6. And that means that's the digit that goes here. I've got this totally wrong. If that's a 1, I have got this totally wrong. Please ignore what I was just saying. If that was a 1, the digits on the outside in the red here are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which sum to 35. Then we're going to have to remove something that has... Oh, I'm getting concerned now. Something that will leave a multiple of 5. Once we include the 1 again. That's why I did have the 1 in. Okay, it's okay. I was being correct and not really understanding why. So the 1 would be in the centre. That's not the digit we can remove. These add up to 36. We can remove a 6 instead. So where the 1 is in the centre, there is a 6 above it. And where the 9 is in the centre, the digits on the asterisk will be 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, summing up to 24. And we're going to have to remove either 4 or 9, but 9 is in the centre, that can't be removed, and put it here. So these are the monogamous digits 4 and 6. And that's not actually all that very helpful. Unless it helps with the white dots. That would be odd. No, I don't think that's good. Right, these are 4 grey digits. They're all odd. Oh, this cell is even because it's adding up 2 odd cells on the arrow. Now, these are selected from 13579, which would add up to 25. We're going to drop one of those out and add an even digit, and we're still going to have something divisible by 5. We can't drop the 5 out because we would be on 20 and we'd have to add 10 to have an even divisible by 5 total. So 5's definitely used. I suspect the others will all have a digit we could drop out. If we dropped out 1, these would be 3, 5, 7, 9, something to 24. That would be a 6. That wouldn't actually work because 6 would have to be 1 plus 5, but we said we'd dropped out the 1. So we're definitely keeping the 1 and the 5. If we dropped out the 3, these would be 1, 5, 7, 9, adding up to 22. This would have to be an 8. And that would have 1, 7 pair on the arrow. So that does work. I fear it's going to work if we drop out 7. These are 1, 3, 5, 9, which add up to 18. Oh no, that would be a 2. That's not possible. So I can ignore 7. And if we drop out 9, we've got 1, 3, 5, 7. That adds up to 16, and that would be a 4 with a 1, 3 pair. So we are dropping out either 3 or 9. If it's 9, this is becoming a 4 with a 1, 3 pair. If it was, what was the other? 3. If we dropped out 3, these would be 1, 5, 7, 9, adding up to 22, and that would be an 8. And it would be adding 1 and 7. So one of those is definitely a 1. Okay, aide-memoire goes away. The aide-memoire shouldn't go away because I've got to remember what we're dropping out, either 3 or 9. We're not dropping out 5, so one of these two is a 5. It can't be on a green line. Haha! It's got to be there on the orange line. It's got to be connected to a 1 or a 9, because on an orange line that's all that 5 can connect to. It can't connect to anything on a green line. Now, I'm just going back to my aide-memoire. 5, I can't remember, okay, 5, okay, I'm going to work out what this is now. There must be 2 possibilities, I think. Either this is 1 plus 3 equals 4, and the quincunx is going to add up to 13 plus a 7 here, or this is 1 plus 7 equals 8, 16, 21, and that would be a 4. No, it wouldn't be a 4. Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry, that turned into a very long interruption. Now, I was trying to work out what this cell was, and what have I done? If this was 1, 3, 4, that's 8, plus 5 is 13. This would need to be odd and be a 7. That's why I've etched a 7 in there. Sorry to recapitulate. 7, 1 and 8 is 16, plus 5 is 21. This would need to be a 9, so this is always high. So green is going to turn orange to be high. Pink is going to turn blue to be low. And that is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's no 4 in this pair. That's a 5, 6 pair. This digit is 4 or 7. Because it's touching 5 or 6, but it can't be 5 or 6. Now, these two can't be 4, so 4's over this side of the box, and one of those two is 9. And isn't that, looking at that cell? Yes. That one's a 1, and we now know that yellow is low, and therefore red is high. Now remember, 5 was able to be both high and low in boxes 1 and 3. So these, 1 must connect to 6 on the Dutch Whisper. That's a 9 connecting to 4. That's now a 1. And these other low digits include 5, 2, 3, and 5. And my quincunx adds up to 20. Bingo. These ones are 5, 7, 8, 9. And they total 29 plus 1 is 30. So my quincunx is working now. 5, 7, 8, 9 there. Can't connect to 7 here. These are 2, 3, 4 in some order. On the white dot, 6 is looking at that. Oh, and look, this quincunx is now working. That's clearly 15. So that's a 6, that's a 7. That's looking at the circle here, and that tells us which version did it tell us? I think it tells us that this is 871, because if it was 413, that would be 8, 13, 22. That's no good. So it does tell us 817. There we go. Now that 1 could connect to any of those digits. Oh, I could colour this pink and green. I can use my placeholder colours. Now I've got everything else in the puzzle into orange and blue. I'd like to take the 5s out in boxes 1 and 3, but I don't know where they are. Now, there's a high digit here. Oh, it's quite interesting. If these greens were high, that would be an 8-9 pair. This would be a 7 flanking 1 and 2, flanked by 1 and 2. Well, that is possible. Oh, there's another question. Where is 4 in this box? It can't be in those cells. These are impossible places for it to sit based on the partners rule. It can't be there because it would need a 9 in column 2. So, 4's in one of those 2 cells. Could it really be there with 9's here and here? I think it could. I'd better be cautious. This group is a 6, 7, 8 set. This digit is 2, 3 or 4 on the white dot. And one of those 2 is a 3. Now, these are quite high, 7, 8 or 9. One of these 3 is a 7 and is flanked by 1 and 2. It's not that one because of this 7. Oh, we've had 3 highs in this row, so these greens are low. Right, green is low. We can't have 5 highs in the same row, especially as there's even a 5 itself in the row as well, just to prove it. Now, those go orange. Right, this one sees 6, 7 and 8. That is a 9. This is 8. These pairs are a 7, 9 pair. The 7 is flanked by 1 and 2, and the 9 by 3 and 4. And I don't know which is which. This still seems quite plausible to be a 4. That is 1, 2 or 3. That is 1, 2 or 3. This in the corner is 7, 8 or 9. They're all in non-monogamous positions. So's this one. 7, 8 or 9. This digit, it can still be 4. That's driving me mad. Okay, what about this, which cannot be 4 or 6 or 5? Right, I'm going to fill in 1, 2, 3 and take out the 5 from that cell. 5 is in one of these 2 cells in box 1. There's definitely a 2 in one of those 2 because they need an even digit, and that's the only candidate. So this corner is 3 or 5. This is high. That can't be a 5 because this couldn't be 4 or 6. So now this is 7, 8 or 9, and I was going to call a triple, but I can't quite do that. I can at least colour it. Oh no, look, it sees 7 and 9. That is an 8. I can do more than colour it. I can fill in the number. 8 is in one of those 2. That's not helpful, but it does rule 8 out of that cell. Come on, we're making good progress. 8's in one of those 2. I know it's not there because there's a 7, 8, 9 triple here where 8 must be included. So that's not 8, and that is definitely 8. Oh, the quincunx, I'd forgotten it again, hadn't I? Well spotted, I did. Where is it? Oh, it's sort of beginning to be operative here. This digit is going to have to leave it. Right, The whole box adds up to 45. There's a secret for you to learn. Every box does, because they contain the digits 1 to 9. So if the so the whole box adds up to 45, which is divisible by 5. If the quincunx is divisible by 5, then these 4 are also divisible by 5. And they add up to 24 so far. That makes the bottom one 1 or 6 to get to 25 or 30. And remarkably, I don't know which one it is. These are definitely low. They're from 1, 2, 3, 4 in this row. So I've got all my lows here, and this is not where 4 is. But we did limit 4 to one of those two cells, so now I can place it there. And that needs a 9 below it, and that puts a 7 over this side. That is flanked by a 1, 2 pair. And that means this is a 3, that's a 9, this is a 4. We've got another 4 flanked by 2 9s. Okay, that's not 4, that's not 3. 1, 2, 7, that's a 3. This is an 8 in the corner. These are a 1, 2 pair. This must be a 3. We're rocking and we're rolling. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. And this is a 1, 2 pair that can be filled in and even coloured. Might as well keep colouring. That is now a 6, given the Quincunx candidates by Sudoku. This is a 5, 4 pair that I can fill in. 4 goes blue. Still didn't get my 2s and 5, my 5s at the top. But hang on, that can't be 8. There's only one place for 8 in box 3, and it's there. And in box 1, and it's there. This is a 6, 7 pair, just chilling in column 1. Oh, that's a 2, 4 pair based on the box and the column. And this is a 3, 6 pair. That's interesting. That's not a 5. These digits are from 3, 4, 6 in the column. Oh, come on, top row. Give me a little hand. I don't know. One of those is definitely a 4. Is that interesting? Not quite. Right, 6 or 7 there. This low digit is 1 or 2, and that's forming a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 6, 7 or 8 there. And 5, 6 or 8 here. Is that, I've got a quincunx to think about in this box, but I haven't got much. Oh, that can't be a 6 based on the 3, 6 pair. I don't know, this one looks a bit like we might get there soon, but not yet. And yet there's not much else to go on. There's an 8 in column 8, and there it is. And that's made this a 5. Oh, that's interesting. That's fixed 5 in box 7, and that's on a white dot with a 6 above it. Okay. Let's do a bit of blue there. Right, now. 6, 5, 4, 9, 1, 8. That is 2 or 3, and that is 7. Ooh, 7, and that's orange, not red. That one is blue. Oh, and it sees a 3, 6 pair, so that's 2. That's going to help. This is 1, that's 2, that's 1. That doesn't resolve this. I bet that's going to turn into a 6. There's a 6, 7 pair in this column, that's 8. This is a 3, 4, 9 triple. That's going to fix the corner to be not 3. 2 there, 3 there, 2 here. And a 1 in the top row can be done. There it is. I don't know why I'm still colouring. It's not really doing anything, but I'm going to look at quincunxes now. Right, 5, 7, 6, they add up to 18, plus 2 digits here. 9 and 3 would be fine. That would be 30. But 4 and 3 would also be fine. Oh, and I can see by Sudoku the middle one isn't the 3. Oh, I got suckered into doing maths that I didn't need to there. Now, there is a 3 in one of those. I know that. So this is 2 or 4, and those are even and make a pair, and that's not 4. It's not their evenness that I'm colouring for. It's their lowness. Don't worry. I almost did remember there. Now, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't believe the whispers don't do any more for me. Just my pencil marking, which says that that's not a 5. This one is. And down this column, that's now a 9. That takes, oh, this has become a 5 because I see a 7, 9 pair at the top. That 5 I'm going to remove the colour from, and that one. That was my plan the whole time, was to uncolour those 5s. And I've done that plan. This is not a 2. So one of these 2 is in row 2. 9, 8, 5, 1. Is that 6 or 7? I can't quite prove that. These are from 3, 6, 7 in the column. Oh, I hope some Sudoku resolves this now. We need a 6 in this row, and there's only one place to put it, there. That might be, it's not the last 6 in the grid actually. Still 6s, lots of 6s to go if I'm honest. Right, this is a weird naked single. 5, 6, 3, 8 in the column, 1, 9 and a 2, 4 pair in the row. So that's a 7. I think that's going to do some work. We take 9 out of that cell. Now we're going to look at the quincunx here, and that's on 21 so far, plus a 5 that goes there. That's 26. This is either 4 or 9 by the rule, and it's got to be 9 because there's a 4 in the column. I think that is going to unlock the rest of the puzzle. With great joy and delight, I will be able to fill it in. 2 and a 1. Now, no 3s there. We can place the 4 in that row instead. Oh, okay, I'm not doing anything else there. This is a 9 by Sudoku. That's 3 and that's 4. And now we can just check this. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 must average to 5, and therefore similarly they must have a they must be a multiple of 5 as a sum. Now, why have we not finished off here? Because we haven't done this quincunx. 15 plus 3 is in one of those, that's 18. Do we use 6 to get to 24? No, we use 7 to get to 25, and there it is. That is going to be the last substantive move that we needed. We did get a 6 on this green, oops, that I typed in as a 5 on that green line. Let's do the last bit of colouring for the completionists. I hope I haven't coloured anything wrong. That's going to have to be high and that's low. The low one is the 3, the high one is the 6. I can finish off 2 and 4, and that is Friederator's puzzle completed. There we go. Good job solving the puzzle. What a good puzzle as well. That's really fun. Excellent stuff. And I've enjoyed myself a lot there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.